Create a Christmas countdown calendar with these tools from mycraftystencils.com. Stencil's repositionable spray adhesive, acrylic paints, painter's tape, chalkboard spray paint, stencil brush, pencil, and a tape measurer. First, line the stencil up in the corner of the project, then measure from the side and top of the stencil. Split the difference and mark the halfway point along the top and edges with a pencil. Line the stencil up with the marks and lightly trace the stencil edges. Use painter's tape to mask off the edges of the stencil. After masking off the edges, use Krylon chalkboard spray paint at the center. Peel off the painter's tape and let the paint cure and dry. Now prepare your stencil. Apply repositionable spray adhesive to the back of your stencil. Wait 15 to 30 seconds before pressing the stencil to your project surface. Then mask the edges around the stencil with painter's tape. Prepare some paint on a paper plate, then get a piece of paper towel and a stencil brush. Swirl paint into your stencil brush before swirling the excess onto paper towel. Load more paint into the bristles, then swirl off the excess until the brush is almost dry to the touch. Swirl paint through the stencil design with light pressure. This should be a very light coat of paint. Otherwise, you need to swirl more paint off onto your paper towel. Be sure that the stencil brush does not feel wet to the touch. Wet paint will seep beneath the stencil edges, making the design blurry. Each time you get more paint, swirl off the excess until the brush feels about dry to the touch. Keep an eye on how much paint comes off the brush as you go. If there's too much paint, swirl off more onto paper towel. The dry brush technique prevents paint from building raised edges around the stencil design. After 3 light coats of paint, we are ready to change colors. Use painter's tape to mask off the berries of the holly bunches. Swirl red paint off a clean stencil brush until dry to the touch. Then swirl paint through the design in 2 to 3 coats. Repeat these steps with the green paint for the holly leaves. Now peel off your stencil and you have a beautiful Christmas countdown calendar. Visit mycraftystencils.com for more information on how to make your own.